There's givers, which are just people who give more than they try to receive. If they receive, it's not their primary goal. Reciprocators, what they do is they match. They go, Charlie did me a favor, I'll do him a favor. And then there's takers, who are mostly going, I'm going to try to get. And I thought what was interesting was the givers do the absolute worst and the absolute best. Mm-hmm. And I think that it would be interesting for us to kind of dive into that, because I know a lot of the givers at the bottom feel like the world is unfair. Mm-hmm. They go, the world is full of dicks, assholes get ahead, I'm selfless, and because of that, I'm not getting promoted, I'm poor, I'm getting walked over in my relationships, and it's because I'm selfless. And it's like, no, if you were just selfless in a smarter way, you'd actually be the richest person you know, with great relationships and a bunch of people dying to help you because of how helpful you were. And I just think that's interesting too, because we often come up with our own narratives, you know, our it's the world is unfair. It's like, maybe you're just doing it wrong.
What is his thesis? It's been years since I read the book. Is that there's two ways to give. One, which is more. Have you gotten to that part yet?
No, dude. I'm halfway through.
Yes, I don't remember.
It's a cliffhanger
for next week.
I just thought that was interesting though. The takeaway I had again was like, when people think that the world is against them, the right answer is often to look inside and go, could I be doing this in a smarter way? Mm-hmm. So when you're like, the world rewards assholes and I'm getting walked over because I'm nice, the answer is the world kind of rewards assholes, but it mostly apparently rewards people who are selfless just in a smart way. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I see a lot of people who are more like, it's unfair and it's set up to help the bad people.
Yeah, I don't have the answer, but this is when you're doing something and it's not working, it's possible that you're doing exactly the wrong thing and you need a complete overhaul and you got to throw everything out and start over. Or it's possible that you need the minorest tweak to put everything into overdrive. And, you know, this is true of our business. This is true of a lot of things that we did. We were writing very similar articles to the ones that eventually made it onto our YouTube channel, which blew it up. Mm-hmm. And if we had gone, this charisma thing, it's just never going to work. You know, we got to wipe everything off and start completely over. That would have been a bummer. But the minor tweak of switching to video and doing a breakdown format was like what helped the business take off. How does one identify those moments? I don't know. Where you need to completely clean house and start over, or when you just want to make a tiny switch. I feel like if you could do that, you would success would come much more easily.
Well, feedback to others has been the best for us, right? Or feedback from others, sorry. So when we were doing our company called Kick-Ass Academy, everyone told me that name was stupid. Yeah. It was unscalable, and what we were doing would only appeal to a very small subset of people. Mm-hmm. And I just went, la 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 la, I'm not going to listen to you. And I heard it 10 times. And then we switched to Charisma on Command, and it was super beneficial to our business. And similarly for me, I didn't just hear that I was kind of a sarcastic dick once growing up. I heard it from all over the place, from various friends in various times in my life. And when I made that switch from being sarcastic to being really positive and making jokes that brought people up, I saw a tremendous benefit. Mm-hmm. So I wonder, and this would kind of run counter though to us starting our business, so it's got to be more nuanced than this, but I wonder if are you getting the feedback that you're a pushover from various friends who love you? If so, you're probably a pushover. Or are you just not getting the results you want, but you're not getting that specific feedback? Maybe it's a little tweak in that case.
This is tough because you just said it, because everyone told us that what we were doing was dumb. I don't know if there was a single supporter when we started our business.
I know. Well, that's why I flagged that. I'm saying I don't know if this is right, but I'm just looking at my own life. A lot of the best changes came from actually listening to feedback. Yeah. Hard feedback. That sucked to hear.
True. And then some of the other best changes came from ignoring everyone. Yeah. So I don't have the answer to
Get lucky.
Let's think. No, that's something that I want to think about. This is an important question. When to quit, when to listen to other people. I often think about this because there's so much advice out there there's these common aphorisms which we all say, which is look before you leap and those who hesitate are lost. Like common things that we all say and we go, I should have known that. But it's like there's standard pieces of advice that are completely opposite. Genius comes in knowing when to apply which aphorism. And some people will tell you, you can't quit. Winners never quit. You got to persevere. And then you'll hear another brilliant thing, which is when something isn't working, insanity would be to continue doing that thing over and over again. And it's in knowing when to apply which that you can get success. And right now I can't ascribe anything other than dumb luck to what we've to the successes in our life. But it'd be cool to have a heuristic that allows you to determine, okay, this is something that needs to be quit, started over. And okay, this is something that despite what everyone else is saying, I should continue to persevere with because I can make it happen?
I will say, because we're not complete innovators in starting our business. We got inspired from Tim Ferriss. Mm-hmm. When I was being sarcastic and hurting people's feelings, no one was telling me, you know what's really fun?
Got it.
Know what's great? When you make jokes that cut your friends down and then they get really sad, but other people laugh. That's sick. You should keep doing that. Mm-hmm. But with the business, even though everyone in our lives said, don't quit your jobs, we did have people who we didn't know personally who were telling us the thing to do is quit your investment banking job.
Yeah.
Start a business that you care about. Live on the beach in Brazil.
Got it.
That is the thing to do. And so I was getting different advice from loved ones versus someone I idolized at the time.
A mentor, yeah.
Yeah. But no one was like, hey, make jokes that cut people down. That's a sick method of humor.
Okay, so this is an imperfect heuristic because I'm sure that there's moonshots like Elon Musk's things that nobody would support.
Exactly.
But generally speaking, consider the source of the advice that is coming to you, right? And so, everyone in your life who is well positioned to tell you how much they like you is telling you, this makes me like you less.
Yeah.
But then family and friends who have never started a business, never quit their jobs, never done anything, like, of course they are not in a position to tell you what to do regarding what works.
Yeah.
But Tim Ferriss, who has and did and has examples of other people who have and did, even though he's an N of one, is a much better person to listen to in that case.
And there's a truism that I really like, which is don't take advice from someone that you don't want to be like. Mm-hmm. And so...
At least in that aspect of their lives.
Yeah, and so when I have friends who I really like, who are like, hey, we still like you, but this thing you do, this habit you have, it's off-putting. Mm-hmm. I go, okay, well, you're really likable, and I want you to like me, and you're really likable. Okay, this is worth taking feedback on.
Yeah.
And when all my friends who are going on to work at hedge funds are going, dude, you should go to a hedge fund, just work 6 a.m. to 5 p.m., make a bunch of money. I go, well, I don't want that life. Yeah. I don't want, what you're doing is cool for you, but I don't want that. So I'm going to disregard your advice because you don't have the results I want. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think that's actually huge, is take the feedback if it's from people who are doing what you want to be doing.
Yep. In consideration of the source. Nailed it. Figured it out
That's
live.
Great. That's great.